Tank and Jake. They've been going at it for years, and it would have happened sooner. You know what I'm saying? But we have hiccups in life. That's what I call it, hiccup. But they lessons to learn.
Y'all with me? And it was good for us to tell you the truth, because when I stepped back in the head biggest game and I haven't been there, it brought back so much memory.
Amid his latest legal issues and the cancellation of his upcoming fight, Calvin Ford has officially separated from Gervonta Davis after decades together. In an interview with a well-known boxing YouTube channel, Ford said he's frustrated with Tank's lack of discipline, confirming that both he and Kenny are leaving the team. He keeps getting into trouble and won't listen, Ford stated. There's no reason to stay when your fighter refuses to focus and keeps making the same.
What's going on with Tank, and are we going to see, and when are we going to see him back?
They got a little legal issue. As soon as they get through the court, they'll set a date, and all we can do is wait. I don't get into that side, you know.
Tank has yet to issue a statement regarding the situation. Still, many fans say they saw it coming, noting that Calvin Ford was absent from Gervonta's training camp for a scheduled bout with Lamont Roach. Although both sides attempted to repair their relationship, much like Tank has tried to patch his boxing career after backing out of the Roach rematch, the split had been brewing. Ford revealed the first major break came when Davis abruptly announced his retirement without notifying the team. In January, Davis said he planned to seek therapy and focus on his mental health, so he could become a better father. That's why I don't want to box anymore, Davis told Inside Boxing Live at the time.
Like come back and help too, you know what I mean? So there's much love to the whole Mayweather promotion, man, no bad.
I want to do therapy, but I feel as though if I do, it would lose the fire that I have inside.
I want to start therapy, but I worry it might take away the fire inside me, Davis said. I want to release everything so I no longer think about fighting or getting angry. I have 2 daughters, and I want them to grow up gentle and humble, not shaped by the chaos I've lived through.
What was going through your mind when you heard the decision?
Nobody like a draw, you know, from a guy that get knockouts and things like that, but it's cool. I feel like if we fight again, I could do more, and I should have did more. I was lost in you can get knocked out like that, so I'd rather take the knee than, you know. But I didn't really know that you can like get disqualified for all that, or like when you start counting, I'm like, what the hell? But I don't know.
About being honest with yourself, he said, when you keep doing something you no longer want, that's when it becomes wrong. Shortly after, Gervonta Davis entered training camp without longtime mentor Calvin Ford. Although the team tried to downplay the situation, the truth eventually surfaced. It's now evident that internal issues have been brewing behind the scenes since the start of the year, making the separation far less surprising than it initially seemed.
What's going on with Tank, and are we going to see, and when are we going to see him back?
They got a little legal issue. As soon as they get through the court, they'll set a date, and all we can do is wait. I don't get into that side, you know what I mean? I'm just there when he needs.
Outcomes stem from quiet tensions within his camp that have been unfolding since the build-up to the Lamont Roach matchup.
I know Calvin for CCO. I know Calvin, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Tension began when Calvin Ford stepped back from Tank, choosing to focus on his younger fighters instead. Many fans believe money played a role, as it's often said that Tank doesn't properly compensate his trainers. Ford repeatedly denied those claims, insisting their bond was more like father and son, meaning Tank provided what he needed, not a formal salary. Still, Ford eventually grew tired of Tank's behavior and quietly removed himself from his corner. The message was clear. Ford was unhappy with Tank and distanced himself by avoiding training camp, while Tank showed little willingness to understand or address the situation.
Hey, Tank, when Calvin will be with you on this fight? Come on, Tank.
Huh?
Will Calvin be with you on this fight?
I don't know. You gotta see.
What do you think about the guy yelling?
There wasn't a major argument, but the tension was obvious. Then, chaos on fight night marked the start of a serious rift that led to their split. Gervonta Davis reportedly dismissed Calvin Ford's guidance, frustrated that Ford kept his distance throughout the...
And he know when I go spend time with my piece, I'm going through things. You know what I'm saying? When he was there, at least I know where he was at. because it was something that we didn't do. It's something that we normally do.
Davis felt Calvin Ford had no right to instruct him after refusing to join his training camp. During one of the later rounds, when Ford urged him to fight more cautiously, Davis snapped, shouting, "Calvin, calm down and listen to me." The exchange shocked many in the boxing community, who view his reaction as disrespectful and symbolic of the growing divide between...
Cal, you gotta calm down and listen to me.
Hey, come on now. It's trying to get it. There you go. That's all you have to do. There you go. Stay focused. That was a good round. You got me? Turn up now. I want all three of these.
Some fans reacted harshly to the drama, with one saying, "I actually feel bad for that man. Tank is so disrespectful and rude, and he clearly can't do much without him." Another supporter tried to imagine being in Gervonta Davis's position, explaining that if someone like Calvin Ford had guided him the same way, he'd show lifelong gratitude and make sure Ford never lacked anything. One fan strongly condemned Davis's behavior, going as far as calling him evil. "Tank is wicked. I could never vibe with a person like that. He's ungrateful after everything Calvin did for him, yet he still..."
I wasn't really paying attention to the crowd. You know what I mean? I was more so, it's something we gotta work on in the corner. For sure.
Before their split became public, they claimed Calvin was merely stepping back, while the training structure stayed the same. The reporter clarified that the statement wasn't meant to suggest any breakup or falling out between Ford and Gervonta Davis.
This question is for Coach Calvin Ford. This is Matt from Brunch Boxing.
Oh, man.
Now, we know that Tank has talked in the past about retiring, leaving the game of boxing. As someone that's had Tank since basically he was a pup and you've raised him...
They were curious if the temporary separation had strengthened their bond, similar to how family members often appreciate each other more after time apart. Coach Ford responded, "No. He came to check on me, slow down, and make sure I'm good, because he knows I spend time with my amateurs. You know me. Both of you know me well. I'm always with my amateurs. That's my thing, even though Ford wasn't directly training Tank at the time. Knowing where he was and that he was actively training gave him reassurance and peace."
After tonight,
I like to see Tank to do what he want to do. I said at the last press conference. Y'all got to understand, them guys been doing this since they was little. This might energize them again.
Oh, yeah. In fact, he backstage right now talking about he want a rematch.
Mac, no, backstage, you want to go to the gym right now.
Hey, Tank, real talk. Will Calvin be with you on this fight? Come on, you Tank. Huh? Will Calvin be with you on this fight?
I don't know. Gotta see. That's right. What do you think about the guy yelling?
"Hit you?" Ford admitted that time apart from Davis helped him value their bond more. When Davis returned to the gym, it was clear he missed Ford, just as Ford missed him. Barry Hunter's presence also offered a similar sense of
He'll
reassurance.
always be around, you know what I mean? So, that's Pops, like I said. So he'll always be there. It's, without me, without Calvin, it wouldn't be no me, you know what I mean? Because at first, when I came into the...
Calvin will be there. Coach Barry will be there. Coach Boogie will be there. And Kenny will be there as well, he said during an interview. While Calvin Ford and Kenny Ellis won't be in Tank's corner, other coaches, including Hunter, will still be present, showing it's not a major concern. Hunter reminded fans that changes in Tank's corner aren't new. He's been involved with Tank since his amateur days and early career, so he's far from new to the team. Like Ford, Hunter also highlighted how the internet often spreads misinformation, with people making assumptions without knowing the full story, emphasizing that Tank is truly like family.
Like you spoke in New York, some of that extra motivation when someone's talking in the crowd.
Like how was
the two guys, like the bet, is all this stuff kind of added more?
I don't know. You know how people like
just so
the people that come with the clock.
Cards, judge at the ringside. Eric Marlinsky scores about 115 to 113 in favor of Gervonta Davis. Judges Steve Weisfeld and Glenn Feldman both scored about 114 to 114 even.
Fans were reassured that the changes in Tank's corner seemed temporary and might return to the usual setup when Gervonta Davis comes back in a few months. Prime video cameras even caught Davis yelling over trainer Calvin Ford's advice between rounds, shouting, "Listen to me." Meanwhile, Calvin Ford and Kenny Ellis have decided to distance themselves from Tank, taking a stand against any form of abuse toward women. This move follows Davis's most recent domestic violence incident, signaling their commitment to principle over association, even if it means stepping away from a high-profile...
Gervonta Tank Davis did something awful again, and no, it wasn't scheduling another fight with Jake Paul. He beat a woman again. And once again, I'm not talking about Jake Paul. If you know Tank Davis, you know he has a lot of run-ins with the law. But this is actually a civil suit over a certain criminal case that was dropped earlier.
On October 30th, Gervonta Davis was hit with a lawsuit filed by his former girlfriend, Courtney Rell, accusing him of battery, aggravated battery, false imprisonment, kidnapping, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. According to the lawsuit, Rell worked as a VIP cocktail waitress at a gentleman's club called Tootsie's. On October 27th, Davis allegedly entered the club around 4:15 a.m. and attacked her. Rell claims he choked, grabbed, and dragged her through the kitchen, stairwell, and back exit before continuing the assault in the parking garage. Rell alleges that she and Davis have been in a private relationship for 5 months, during which he claims he repeatedly physically abused her and issued threats to kill her. On September 2nd, Davis allegedly threatened her life over missed calls and texts, and on September 23rd, he reportedly sent a text saying, "I'll kill you," accusing her of infidelity. That same day, she alleged... According to Sports Illustrated's Chris Manx, Jake Paul's team is now actively searching for a replacement opponent for the November 14th card. Manx shared the update on X, highlighting the growing uncertainty surrounding the bout. Gervonta Davis's recurring legal issues, including multiple domestic violence accusations, have once again put the highly anticipated exhibition against Paul in jeopardy. These developments directly contradict Davis's recent public statements about his mental health and raise serious questions about his ability to compete safely and legally. Davis has previously faced arrests that led to canceled fights, and critics argue that Paul prioritized a big payday and a physical size advantage over potential risks. Observers have noted the unusual delay in naming a backup opponent, which is unlike Paul's usual events. Boxing star Claressa Shields has publicly called out Paul, questioning why he continued to pursue the exhibition despite...
While everyone is innocent until proven guilty, this looks really bad for him. While all the details aren't out, we know the details from the original case, which was basically a shut case with a lot of evidence that he did it. That, along with his prior incidents, innocent until proven guilty, but yeah.
Most Valuable Promotions, Jake Paul's boxing company, announced on Monday that the Netflix event scheduled for November 14th will no longer take place. Paul's business partner, Nikisa Bedarian, stated that the team attempted to handle the situation responsibly and will instead focus on arranging a new fight for Paul on Netflix at a later date in 2025. Gervonta Davis will no longer be his opponent. The decision comes amid serious allegations against Davis, including court documents in which his ex-girlfriend claims he choked her at a Miami strip club on October 27th, among other incidents. In response, Paul called Davis an actual walking human piece of garbage in a statement posted on X, underscoring the severity of the situation and signaling a clear break from the original... Jake Paul quickly distanced himself from Gervonta Davis, posting a strong statement online. He called Davis an actual walking human piece of garbage and vowed not to give a platform to a woman abuser. Paul emphasized that his company, Most Valuable Promotions, champions women and refuses to support individuals accused of such behavior. He stated, I didn't want to give this woman abuser a platform to grow his fans or his bank account. My company champions women. I'm so sorry to everyone involved.
Something like 6 times, people are going to believe you did it the 7th. So why is this coming up again? Well, now we talk about Jake Paul. There were a lot of theories that the reason the original charges got dropped, despite it being pretty clear that he was going to get convicted, was he convinced her to stop pressing charges so that he can actually schedule this Jake Paul fight.
My take on it. Oh, Lord have mercy. The way that he wrote this is just so crazy. He said, Gervonta Davis is an actual walking human piece of garbage. Working with him is an absolute nightmare. The unprofessionalism, the bizarre requests, the showing up hours late to shoots, the numerous arrests and related accusations and lawsuits. If you support this man, you support the most vile sin a man can commit. I didn't want to give this.
Shields criticized Jake Paul for acting as if he was blindsided by Gervonta Davis's legal issues. Speaking on X Spaces, Shields said, I have a few things to say about that. I'm not going to say I 100% agree with what Jake said, but we all knew Tank's background with domestic violence before his fight was even scheduled. Before any of his fights get made, his history is public. This is his first, second, or even third time facing allegations like this. He's been arrested multiple times, though he hasn't served jail time. We all know he struggles with these issues. So I don't understand why Jake frames it as if he didn't know about this beforehand. Shields highlighted that the problem isn't new and suggested Paul's comments overlooked the fighter's well-documented history, implying that the warning signs were clear well in advance.
By the ring, for some reason, he gets in trouble. You know, I'm not sure what he's going through, or if he is going through something. Man, we wish him, you know, all the best, and hopefully he gets back on a straight line. You know, we always wish that for fighters, because this is a tough sport. You know, that gets into your.
Clarissa Shields further criticized Jake Paul's sudden condemnation of Gervonta Davis, saying that labeling him the most vile human being only came after the allegations surfaced. None of this was being said until this stuff came out, she noted, adding, I just think that might be karma for some people. It'd just be karma. That's all. Shields argued that Paul's moral stance felt insincere, pointing out that he promoted the fight without addressing Davis's troubling history until financial stakes were affected. While she called the situation karma for Davis, Shields questioned why Paul chose to fight in the first place, highlighting ongoing controversy around one of boxing's most high-profile figures.
A platform to grow his fans and to grow his bank account. My company champions women. I'm so sorry to everyone involved, mostly to the undercard fighters, to my team at MVP, and to my team who worked so hard prepping for this fight, sacrificing time with loved ones and kids just for this fool to lose his unintelligent mind again. It's scary that devilish man like...
Most Valuable Promotions issued an official statement saying they are gathering all relevant facts and reviewing the situation carefully to ensure any decisions are responsible and well-informed. They confirmed that next steps will be determined after completing the review and consulting with...
I think Tank Davis, yeah, he has his whole career ahead of him. I don't really know if he wanted this fight. I don't really know if he wanted an exhibition. I don't think that's in Tank's nature, you know? Yeah, it would have been a great payday. Yeah, it would have been a lot of exposure, but it does nothing to Tank's legacy. And I really do think that Tank cares about his legacy.
Jake Paul and his team are unable to secure Ryan Garcia as an opponent. Anthony Joshua could emerge as an alternative. Fans may remember that Paul previously called out the former heavyweight champion earlier this year. Meanwhile, rumors suggest that Joshua is currently in discussions for a potential bout against Jarrell Miller.
The devilish men like this can rise to the top of culture in sports, including in positions of power. I hope you people moving forward look beyond his fake streetwear pieces swag and search for something deeper to be a fan of. As for me, it's on to the next one. As always, anyone, anytime, any place, Jake at Most Valuable Promotions. That was...
Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss out when we release fresh, high-quality content. Until next time, peace out